Hello. Welcome back to another episode or another installment of Let's Talk Business. All right. So this is this video, now the second video, is for my students here in Japan who are trying to study more business level English. Vocabulary that's only used in certain cases with certain people, which are very high in value because when you say them, the listener will immediately understand what the situation is or what you're trying to communicate. And there's not really a good way to teach, business speech or language other than just going over them one by one. So I've got this wheel of words and I have to try to explain whatever appears impromptu. Let's see what we got. Oh no. Okay, mitigate. Actually, that's a good word. So to mitigate. We'll say to mitigate. Now, this word, has to do, this goes back to my old career, which was in lending or banking. And so this means, I would say, this means kind of this has to do with risk. All right, so it's in that kind of a lending or, I guess, insurance world. So I would say it means to explain why a risk is acceptable. I would say that's my improvised explanation, right? So you want to communicate, because usually, risk is bad. You don't want that risk. But of course, for banks or insurance, that's their business is to accept risk. The customer doesn't want the risk, my house could burn down or my car could crash or I could get sick. I don't want this risk. So I'll pay a bank or insurance company, please, if this happens to me, you're going to pay or you're going to help me. Or I guess that's insurance, but the bank says we take the risk because we give you the money, but why are we comfortable with this risk? Okay, so let's say that for a loan, the bank says, we're going to lend, I don't know, we'll say $100,000. Okay, so the risk, of course, is we don't get paid back, right? Now, that's bad. But we'll say the mitigant, which is, I guess, the object version or the noun version of to mitigate. The mitigant means that, well, there are $200,000 worth of, we'll say, of equipment and saleable items. So that means, well, the risk is we don't get paid back. We could lose money, but we think it's okay. We explain that this is a acceptable risk because here we've researched it, we've investigated, we can see they've got equipment, whatever, trucks, machines, and other items. They've got enough, I don't know, inventory or products. That we can sell. If the bank loses on the loan, we're going to take these items and then hopefully we'll get paid back enough because right now it's $200,000. So we think that's enough to get paid back our loan. And actually this is called when a bank takes, when a bank takes those items, that's called foreclosure. okay, or to foreclose. To foreclose. All right, so that's, so maybe this will be the second word, to foreclose. Number 2, to foreclose. This is, what's that? Bank or lender goes to the, courthouse or, legally requests to get ownership of, property in order to be paid back, right? So the most common one. But wait, let's see. Did I? Oh, let me make an example sentence first for this mitigate. Okay, so you could say, the client wants, we'll say $1 million as a loan, which is a huge amount of money, but this risk is mitigated by the presence of a lot of equipment and inventory, and we'll say that's 2 million. Okay, so double the value is enough to mitigate. Okay, so we could say, the risk is mitigated by double the value of the loan. By double the value of the loan, by the loan value of the loan in saleable property. For example, right? So these are example sentences. All right. Okay, so let's say, to mitigant. Let's see. Now let's go to this one. Foreclosure. Bank takes those items. So to foreclose, a bank, or usually a bank or a lender, somebody who, they said those items will come to me if you don't pay me back, or run away or something. Then I can get these items in a contract or in an agreement. But to do that, they have to go to a court, legally request those items. They should not belong to the borrower anymore. They should come to me. Get ownership property to pay back for a loan or some kind of agreement they had. All right. So you could say, let's say, I missed 6 months of mortgage payments. Mortgage, which is this is mortgage payments. We'll say what's a mortgage? It's a long-term loan. Maybe 30, usually like 30 years. Usually, for real property, right? We'll say real estate, land or buildings. That's the type of loan there. All right, so I missed the mortgage payments. So the bank foreclosed on my house. Oops. Okay, so they foreclosed. They did that. They showed the agreement. They did the paperwork. Maybe they used a lawyer. Go to the courthouse, and this takes time for them to process. Then they say, okay, yep, seems to be right. This person's house is now your house. They take it. I think you could even say it's another word for, you could even say for car, right? I didn't pay. I stopped paying for my car. Let's see. I'll change it. I stopped making my car payments, so the dealer foreclosed on it, right? And so that's a funny thing. Usually foreclosed, I'm going to say, usually it talks about a house or some kind of building, but I'm pretty sure it's any kind of property that has your name on it. this is mine. I've got, receipts. I've got title. That's another term on it. But so I guess we usually don't really say it for a car. They usually say repossessed it. And maybe why is that? Maybe that's because they, a tow truck comes to your house and takes it away. They literally hook up your car and drive away. They take it from you. But in this case, the bank kicks you out of your house. So the house stays there, of course, because it's on the land. But then they show up with a sheriff or police. They say, okay, are you this person? Okay, you have to go. Or I guess in a certain amount of time, and then you can't come back. And then now the house belongs to the bank or the lender. Okay, wow. So there we go. We did repossess. That's a bonus word there, usually for cars. And this one usually for a house. Okay, so mitigate. Okay, I think that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Let's spin again. What else do we got? See if we can do maybe one or two more. Rolls off my back. Okay, this is an expression. I heard this. So this is, what is this, number 3? 3. So to roll off my back. Yeah, this is an expression. So not necessarily for business, but for a lot of different situations. It means to have no effect. To not trouble me. Or let's say to be untroubled, right? So to be unaffected. Okay, so and then this, I'm pretty sure this goes to the idea of water off a duck's back, right? So if you look at a duck sitting on the water, goes under the water, or his head goes under, looking around, eating something, comes back up, the feathers on a duck have some kind of a, oil or a body, a natural treatment that the water, falls off. So they're kind of waterproof, or it looks like it. I don't know why. All right. So you could say, yeah, this means, the ducks don't get wet, or they're not bothered. So this means, if something bad happens or something crazy or strange happens, it doesn't affect me. It rolls off my back. It just rolls off my back. So let's give an example. So let's say like, my boss came in this morning in a terrible mood. Okay, but I know it's because it's our super busy time. So I let it roll off my back. Okay, so the boss is angry, he's cranky, but I understand it's the busy time. So I didn't get angry, I didn't get upset. I just let it roll off my back. I stayed untroubled. It had no effect. I was unaffected. All right. What's another one? Think of one here. So rolls off my back. Rolls off his back. Huh. Let's see. Yes. So I don't know. At my shop, whenever there is an upset customer in the shop, my boss always stays calm and their complaints. Oh, there is. Okay. Whenever there are upset customers in the shop, my boss always stays calm and their complaints just roll off his back. Again, just the picture of water, touching or hitting, and then it's gone. Nothing. No problem. Okay, so I guess both of them are a boss. Boss, but I think you can understand it. All right, and then, yeah, good. This might be just enough time for one more. Let's see. Milestone. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So, number 4. What's a milestone? I would say a milestone is I don't want to use that word. So it's an important stage in the lifespan or a long time, the lifespan or of something. Important stage. We'll say within a lifespan of something. Okay, so something that has a beginning, kind of a middle, and then a mature stage. There's the early. Let's say, yeah, we'll just use it. Early, middle, early. We'll say kind of, yeah, middle stage, and then mature stage. There's different stages between each one. Okay, so you could say, for example, for a human milestones, right? You could say, like, I guess the first one, you're born. Then what happens? I guess you maybe go to elementary school. But usually milestone, it means some kind of accomplishment. Yeah, that's actually true. Important stage, important accomplishment within. Yeah, that is true. Within a lifespan. Okay, so you're not being born. So you have to do something. You have to have accomplished something. So we'll say graduate elementary school, and then graduate high school, and we'll say next one is get your first job, right? And then other one, then who knows? I don't know, buy a car, buy a house, or whatever, get married, whatever, right? So those are human milestones, just things that kind of, they don't just happen by chance or naturally. Kind of you have to do them. You have to graduate. You have to study. You have to get the job. You have to buy the car and everything. So let's say a career milestones might be getting the job. Right. Number 2 is maybe getting promoted. Maybe next one, becoming manager or team leader or something. And then next, I don't know, becoming a regional or area manager. As you go up the ladder, there's the stage. You have to go up. You have to climb up. You have to perform to level up your career. And finally, CEO. I don't know. Okay. Then you could say, let's say company milestones, right? So you could say, maybe developing a product. Maybe next one is, selling, let's say, closing deals with customers. We'll say, becoming profitable. So now you have enough customers that now we're selling enough that we're actually we're profitable, right? We'll say developing and maybe launching a product or all right. So now we have a thing, we can sell it. Okay, now these first customers, they like it. Okay, thank you. we've got our first ones, but it's not enough. We're still losing money. Maybe this one, okay, now we got enough customers that now we're, let's say breaking even. That means, no loss, no profit. So you're just at that, all your sales are equal to your costs, right? Then maybe like, I don't know, profitable year, right? And then, then from there, I don't know, what else do you want to do? Opening another office or acquiring another company, or like IPO. So you sell your stock on the stock market. Now anybody can buy it. So now your stock price should go way up, and then boom, you made it. You're rich. So that's good. Okay, so that's why I think milestones. Do we need an example? Let's just use a negative one. Let's say, oh, my company is having difficulty getting a loan because the bank said we haven't successfully passed our maybe because the bank said they want to see more milestones in our business. Okay, so that means your company's kind of floating around. It's just struggling. You're not really going up. You're not accomplishing those things that show you're going in the right direction. Sales, costs, getting profitable, it depends. Whatever the lender or investor, let's say company is having difficulty gaining an investor. We'll see, because they say we'll say they want to see more milestones, right? They want to see more launching product, or I don't know, whatever it is, 1 million downloads or whatever. It depends on the business. What is the accomplishment that shows you can do you can do the thing you say you're going to do. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, I'm tired. All right, so hopefully if you have any suggestions, leave a comment or questions. If there's a certain business word or any word you want me to cover, maybe you can tell me in the comments, and I'll maybe do it in the next one. All right, so we'll see you then.